So my name's YEMI PENN. I live in Sydney, Australia now, and my studio is in South London, so it's F45 Brixton.
Awesome. So you killed it, and you're thriving. So can you walk us through finding out about F45 and the experience that it has to offer?
So I relocated to Australia five years ago. There's always a backstory. And I was looking for a gym, but I didn't want it to be the traditional gym. And I just remember seeing this obscure building. I'd only ever seen it once, but it was in Macquarie Park, New South Wales, and I just wanted to know more about it. But the doors were shut sometimes, and it almost made me want to know more, because I was like, how can you be a gym and you're not open? And the minute I was able to get into a class and realize that they have classes, I just loved it, first and foremost, because there were no mirrors. Just want to keep it real. Like, I just want to work out. There were no mirrors, so I loved that. Then they had these TV screens, and I still didn't get what F45 was until the session had happened. Now, I get bored really easy. And so the fact that they literally had something for me to do almost every 40 seconds had me excited. So the 45 minutes didn't seem that long at all. And the minute I did that session and I was working out with people that were either bigger than me, smaller than me, and still beasting it, I thought, okay, I want some of this. I need more of this. And that was how I found out about 4 years ago.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm feeling already motivated. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, let's go do a workout.
Yeah, for sure. So can you tell me about your decision to start a franchise? And this is what it would be if you want to start it, like my decision to start an F45 of my own, or an F45 studio of my own, just to reiterate the question.
Okay, so my decision to open an F45 was purely based on the fact that I tried it out, because it's difficult for you to want to give anything to anyone. You need to try it out, you need to believe it. I always wanted to open up a gym, so I became a fitness instructor about 20 years ago in the UK, taught in the military, the Air Force, and I knew I wanted to open something. When I went to F45, it was literally everything I wanted in it. It was like community meets technology. And not only did I want to become a member, I thought I want to be a reason why other people can feel as great as I just did from that session. And it literally was the first day. They usually say if you go to an F45 session, you know if you want to be a member by the first day. I knew I wanted to be a franchisee by day one. And I was on Google like, how do I get it?
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you said you taught in the military?
Yeah, so I was a dependent in the military, so I lived in Okinawa in Japan. I know the story just goes crazy, read the book. And that was one thing that I could offer. So I started to design their programs, and it just gave me a buzz. I mean, I did aerobics classes in London, but this was people in the military, different services. They needed to have a test, I think it was every 6 months. So it was my role to get them trained up, and I would just put music on, I would laugh, have fun, even did the high-fiving thing. And then here comes F45 with this nice logo doing exactly what I wanted, and it was just great. So I needed to be part of it.
Awesome. And then, so obviously when you're in the military, there's this huge encompassing feeling of community and relying on one another. Can you kind of compare that to your experience with the people that do come to your F45 studio?
Yeah, look, community is huge, and I know, and I think I said it, I'm a little bit in the woo-woo space, and like community is huge, whether people say it or not. I'm an introvert naturally. People want to be seen and heard. So if someone's coming in to an F45 or a gym, it's literally most of the time because they want to change where they are. Yes, they might be specific, but when you've got a tribe wanting to do the same thing, and you've got a tribe in your trainers, that brings the community together. And what it's done for F45 Brixton is that literally has become that centerfold where people are talking about it. People are saying, have you seen that thing that looks American with all the colors? Yeah, they work out, there's lots of sweating. And it's a talking point. And if you can have people talking as opposed to anything else, then you're in the right spot. And hands down, F45 does that.
Yeah, definitely, and you can see it with the community that's just around here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people here that are so passionate about helping people in the community better themselves.
Absolutely.
So obviously you're very motivated towards pushing and progressing forward with your, not just helping other people, but your business.
Yeah.
What are your next steps as far as growing your franchise, and what makes your studio unique? Because obviously F45 is global, but
yeah.
What do you do to make it unique to your specific studio?
I think this is where you can make your studio unique by putting your own superpower. Like, let's be real. We talk about diversity. Diversity is not just about the skin tone or the gender. It's about what you bring. Like, everybody has their own superpower. I think for me, what I bring into F45 Brixton is the fact that I'm real. I say what people think. I'm respectful. I acknowledge we all have different belief systems. But I think the minute someone knows you can connect and you're authentic, people engage with you more. Sometimes we haven't had things going well in my studio. There are some things that we still need to fix. But if my members know they can contact me wherever I am in the world, they can contact the studio manager and they can have that real conversation, then that really works for me. What was the other thing you asked about communities?
I think you hit it. It was just making it how you do make it unique for your own studio, because it's so global. But I think you hit that perfectly.
Okay, great.
Because trust is huge, especially when people are trying to change up their lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Being able to trust the person that is putting on the community atmosphere for you is huge.
Exactly. And that's exactly it. People are trusting you not just with their time, their money, they're trusting you with their growth, their development. And believe it or not, it's not just physical. Like, it's hugely mental. We don't talk about that enough. It's huge. So for someone to trust you with that, like, I always have to go back to a place of gratitude. No matter what's going wrong or right, I always remain grateful and humble to be able to serve people, because ultimately people have done the same for me.
Awesome. Wow, I love that answer so much. That makes me so happy.
Okay, use it.
So, being able to meet up with all the people from around the world, like this isn't just the US or just the UK, this is people from everywhere. What's it been like to gain the different perspectives of different studio owners around the world?
Well, one thing that is, firstly, I'm going to talk about what brings us all together, is the fact that we are all trying to change lives. But understanding everyone's individual journey is really bizarre, because everyone's got a different journey. They've got different bureaucracy, politics, and all the stuff they've got to deal with in their country. But what brings us all together is the fact that we are genuinely trying to change lives. We're all creating platforms, environments. I mean, I talk about me being in the business of transformation, transforming people's minds. But every single owner, franchisee of a studio global is trying to transform lives. But what's been great is I'm sitting here now thinking, well, what should I be doing next? Should I open another one in Africa? And I never thought I was going to do that. But the fact that I'm surrounded by so many people, and once again, is because I'm surrounding myself with the right tribe. So that's what that's doing for me. It's making me realize that I can even go bigger than what I thought I could do. So that's been great.
Yeah, you're around a really inspiring group of people that all want to progress. So
Absolutely.
I'm sure it's been great being able to talk with everybody.
Absolutely.
During like this big platform moment.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific memorable moment from today that really stuck out to you?
Oh, you know, it's just going to sound really minor, but it was actually Dr. Wendy. Is it Wendy? Have I got that right? Dr. Wendy, yeah, so the lady who did a talk on TEDx, she started getting everyone dancing and getting up, and because, like, for real, I'm a shy person most of the time, and I've had to learn, so I have to get my energy by going back in, but just getting our vibrations up, because she needed to do that, because we are all in that business. We're trying to make our members high five when they don't want to. And so for me, it was interesting to see her try to get us to change our state. And it was interesting for me to watch around the room some of the behaviors that we actually have to live what it is we're trying to do. And look, I'm always trying to find out mindset hacks. So it was just interesting to see that. And not many other people would probably enjoyed that part, but I did. I mean, you play music and I'm gone. I'm just not dancing. But that was one of my favorite moments.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely happy.
Yes.
It's a good thing to be.
Absolutely. You need to, because it changes your state, and everyone's in there, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the work that's been done behind the scenes today, it literally is going so seamless, and we need it. And I think one thing I shared in my keynote speech is taking responsibility for it, and that includes enjoying yourself. And I believe everyone here is.
Definitely. You can see it on everybody's faces.
Yeah.
They're so stoked to be here.
Absolutely.
Well, is there anything else you want to add? Just random note that you'd like to say?
I guess it would just be a message for anyone who's wanting, and look, this is just me, there's no sales pitch, I don't get anything for this. Like, if there is someone who wanted to open an F45 or grow it, or whether you're a trainer, studio manager, you can. Like, I truly believe that our dreams choose us. We usually think we choose it. If it's come into your mind, it's because you are the person to do it. So go do it. That's me.
Wow, well, I'm hella inspired right now, so is that good? Are you good with that?
Yeah?
Yeah, you good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ooh,